Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict. And I must remind you, don't forget it is the third birthday celebration still. So you have a few more days to get 30% off in store. So that's until the 31st of March, New Zealand time. I am using the Funky Numbers cut file today. So I've gone ahead and cut them out on some black cardstock. And I thought I would make 3 strips of paper across this black cardstock to go with those 3 numbers. So these are photos from one of our trips to the lake this summer. The kids are on the ski biscuit at the back. And so in the first photo, there's 3 kids, and then it drops down to 2. And then finally, Seb is on there on his own in the last photo. So I thought these funky numbers worked really well with documenting these photos. And so I'm just cutting down these strips. So I think I'm cutting them just down to a little bit under 4 inches, and then just trimming a little bit off the end as well, because I wanted that black to kind of show through. So I wanted to be able to stick it onto the black cardstock and just have those little gaps between them. I'm just trying to go ahead and lay out my photos and see if that's going to work. And I think it was working well. So I wanted to rough up the edges because I don't like the straight lines. I don't want to have to, have it perfect. And in the end, it doesn't work out perfect. It is handmade. So, but I just find roughing up the edges just helps with that. It not feel like it needs to be so perfectly straight and lined up. So as you can see, I'm just roughing around those edges. But while I'm doing that, I will let you know that I have left links below to this cut file, as well as to the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. So go ahead and join there if you haven't already. There's still 30% off, like I mentioned at the start of my video, for the month of March until the 31st. So I'm just going ahead and using my ATG here to stick those strips down. And yeah, like you'll see, I don't quite get it right. And there's a little bit more gap between that blue one than I liked. But in the end, I couldn't actually get it up. So I was like, I'll just rough up the edges some more. So those funky numbers, super easy to back. So the number 1 and the number 2, I've just backed in pattern paper from this collection. And I thought I'd just move things around. I actually like that layout, and that would have worked as well, like diagonally across the page, but I do end up sort of having everything off to one side. And that number 3 was super simple too. It's just a little bit of the blue pattern paper and then backed in that greeny color. So now I'm just going ahead and trying to embellish. So I pulled out this title piece, which is Memories in the Sunshine. Now, these are just cut up pieces from the title. And so, yeah, I just happened to find that really quickly in the pack there that I'd cut apart. And now I'm just going ahead. I thought about doing sort of a bit of a tone on tone, but then I decided I didn't want that. So I'm just picking out things that I think will work. I really like the rainbow, but it wasn't really working. I like the banner piece up in that right-hand corner. And I really like that Welcome to Paradise, because I thought that was fitting for the lake in our trip. So you will see Seb sort of coming in and out of the video. He was chatting to me while he was building his Lego. So he's sort of pointing a few things out and having a play. And then, of course, I have to pull out the florals. And I put a few florals on here. I love these florals. They're so bright and vibrant. So I haven't mentioned, this is actually the Cocoa Vanilla, if you haven't guessed, the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Sunkissed collection that I'm using here. And so I'm just going to place a floral on each of those different sort of lines. And I'm just seeing what other ephemera pieces. I'd like those bikinis, but I do end up swapping them over with the, we call it thongs here. I know that's probably not the right term. So sandals, or flip-flops down the bottom there. So I'm just going ahead and sort of cutting off a little bit of that excess white on these die cut ephemera. I have gone ahead and cut that off on a lot of the florals, and yeah, it was just a bit mismatched when I put those other ephemera pieces down. So I'm just trimming those around the edge. I do like a little white border, but yeah, at the moment the Cocoa Vanilla Studio ones just have a little bit too much white edge for me. So I'm just trimming those off and I'll place them down. So yeah, I wasn't sure how this layout would go, and I think it's still growing on me. I wasn't sure about the black cardstock, but a friend who I was at a scrapbook retreat on the weekend, she uses black and it just really pops, and I really took inspiration from her. So thank you, Holly. And yeah, I hope this works. I think it does. It's just, I'm not quite used to it. So as you can see, I'm just swapping that over and I'm putting that bikini down the bottom and adding that banner piece that says welcome to paradise, and just fiddling with my photos. And I did go ahead off camera and stick everything down. So most things I've stuck pretty flat to the page. I did pop a few of the florals up just with quite a thin kind of adhesive. And now I'm just looking through the puffy stickers to see what else I can put on the page here. So I'm sticking that watermelon down and that little cocktail drink, and I stick down this one that says weekend, and I do go ahead and try and find a few more of those word stickers, and I'm just adding some of those gold glitter hearts because they're gorgeous, and I add that says let's get away, and that one down the bottom there on the photo. And now I'm just going to add some gold. This is the Jen Hatfield gold glitter spray around the page. I do add quite a lot, and that'll be about it for my layout. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I will leave you with some photos at the end. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks everyone. Bye.